What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Group Chart Analysis. It is, yes, I can. I actually do. Welcome to Group Chart Analysis. It is July 30th, 2018. It's Monday, July 30th. And we are up for an exciting week, ladies and gents. A lot of volatility in the market this week. Tonight, tomorrow, and Thursday is going to be absolutely insane. So be very careful. And then, of course, it's also NFP week. So with the crazy amount of volatility on top of NFP this week, if you're smart and you're using proper risk management, you should be able to catch some pips and make some money. Another take profit. Nice. If you are not smart and you don't use risk management, you could possibly blow your account this week. So, got to put that out there. But let's kind of go right into what we're looking at for EU, all of our pairs tonight. Last night we had predicted, if I'm correct, pretty sure we are correct, we had EU and gold looking for a rise. So last night I think I believe that it could possibly pull back a little bit farther than it did. Oh, I'm missing something. This is not the right one. Oh, one sec. Is this it? Oh, I'm missing the 21 lines. I'm missing those. I'll figure it out. But we had predicted that it was going to shoot up, which it did. I wanted it to possibly either come down to retest here. Oops, draw that horribly. To retest that low, then rise, or it was going to kind of stop on a little bit, then rise. But it ultimately did shoot up. And I need you guys to also be careful because this is in a non-consolidate or in a consolidation zone. So we can draw your trend lines. You guys can kind of keep it accurate. You got that trend line there. You have this trend line here. You have this one from here to here. You have this one from here to here. You have this one from here to here. All right, so you got multiple zones. And then you got this one. I'm just going off of recent data, guys, so bear with me. So we got multiple things, and this is how I'm seeing it. If it continues up tonight, it'll break this trend line, break the high, come back, pull back, and it'll come up to retest this trend line or this trend line right there. All right, so you got a potential about 25 pip move, 20 to 25 pip move to the upside, or let's see, or it'll retest this trend line, come back down to hit this trend line, and either bounce off of it to kind of continue this way and then break out, or break it, retest it, then come down to this trend line. And I like this, to be completely honest. I like it for the drop. It is overbought on the hour. The 4 hour is getting ready to consolidate and kind of go right back down. As you see, it's been going in and out of the stationary 50, and I believe that it will curve back down beneath the stationary 50. So that hence having it shoot back down to retest this trend line here. 15-minute, it is throwing this M. It's not like divergent, so but at the same time, it is in that higher time frame consolidation. So I do like this thing for a sell tonight. So just keep your eye up on it for a quick, intraday trade and grab your pips. Gold, I want it to see possibly rise a little bit more, but let's look at this 4 hour because look at that, the 4 hour threw some sauce right there. Continuation shot down. Let's look at this daily. Daily still throwing wicks, and it looks like it could still shoot back down a little bit. Let's go to this 1 hour. We got trend lines here, short term, and then we got trend lines here. So it all could, depending on what happens here, guys, this thing could break this little trend line on the hour and then shoot down into this oversold zone or into this, supply and demand zone. And it is a downtrend, so that could happen. Or it could break up to the upside to retest that Mayo, go a little bit higher. There's plenty of opportunities. So this 15 minutes still says it's down. It was overbought before, and it's wicking right now. So it's tough. I don't want to say buy it because of obviously of the trend, and on top of that, it's still beneath the stationary 50, and it's still beneath the what is it? Why can't I think of it? The market baseline. So to be honest, I think this thing could actually drop tonight, along with EU, because they correlate. So this thing might actually be making its move right now. But just be careful. I'm going to say look for gold to be a sell as well, back down to this recent low. At least from here to here is about, let's see, 30-something pips. I would just be careful on gold. It's consolidating too much, and with all the USD news this week, with all the USD news this week, I would kind of just take it easy. We'll be seeing how it all goes. GU. Last night I drew this trend line here, and it had been respecting it nicely. So it was either going to hold the trend line and drop and continue down to retest this low, which it didn't, or it was going to consolidate, break it, retest it, and shoot up. And that's literally what it did. If you guys we'll zoom in here. You see how clean it broke this trend line? Look where it wicked, right off of the trend line that it broke, and then continued up. You could have entered here. You could have entered on the W right off the water and rose that thing up about, you would have entered right here. Could have got a solid 30 pips on GU. So that one was perfect setup. It did exactly what we wanted. But just be careful for tonight. There's a lot of news. I don't know if it's USD. We went over it yesterday, but I can't remember. I'm going to look at it right now on my phone. It is, there's Canadian news at 5:30, and then there's USD news and NZD news tomorrow. USD is at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, so we'll be on the lookout for that. It's the employment change. No, CB consumer confidence, confidence. Red folder. But let's look at this. GBP is still overall a downtrend, guys. It's been a downtrend for a while. It came up. It's looking like a tiny head and shoulders if you see this. It's divergent. It's overbought. It came up. I'm going to be looking for sells on GU tonight. Best place to go, most recent low, right here. Right there. This looks perfect for a drop, actually. It's kind of a bearish flag, if you see bearish flag. Bearish pendant, if you will, like a channel. So what I'm going to predict here, guys, is that drop. And if it drops from where it's at to down here, you're looking at a nice 30 to 40 pip move. All right, so you're going to be looking for sells on GU short term. AU, same thing, looking for sells. We wanted AU last night to shoot up, which it did. I told you that when it took out this high, it was possibly going to continue down into maybe like a bullish flag, and that bullish flag panned out beautifully. Sorry. Thank you. Here's the flag here. From here to here, this was the perfect bullish flag pendant, or channel, and it came up, broke it, and look what it did. Retested it, threw a railroad right on it, and continued up. So you could have got a nice short term. This looks maybe about like 20 pips or so, 16 pips, okay. But it was still a short term buy. And AU is overall a downtrend as well. And all these pairs correlate. So I'm going to be looking for this thing to drop again tonight. Let me see if there's any patterns on the 4 hour. It might be a candlestick or something. It's waking off of the 144, which is good. 144 is a pretty powerful EMA. If you look at recent history, it's respected it pretty well. And this is overall downtrend. It's pulled up nicely. I think this thing's going to be looking for a drop. So EU, gold, GU, AU, the pairs that correlate the best are all going to be dropping tonight. That leaves you, Chief, to be looking for a possible rise. even though UG had broken that low, it's still within this consolidation zone. If you see, they're breaking highs and lows. Yeah, it broke the most recent low, but every time, what does it have to do? Every time it breaks that low, it's got to form a new high. So it's probably divergent. This is divergent on the hour. It's oversold as fuck on the hour. 15 minutes probably divergent and oversold. There you go. It is. So this means this is going down, right? This is going up. Divergent. It's in the extreme oversold zone. So you guys are looking for buys tonight on UChief. First place is going to hit is the water. And if it doesn't break, it's going to continue down or retest that low for a nice little W, or it's going to break it, retest it, go up to the Mayo. I think it's going to go up to this Mayo for a nice little pullback or retest this low. So this now new resistance. So looking for buys on UChief. UJ hasn't been doing shit. We can probably just draw this out real quick. You got all this trend line right here. There. You got this here. Been respecting the fuck out of it. If you look at it, it's actually right at the end of where it's at. I think this is going to drop because all the USD pairs, I think the dollar is going to take I don't know what DXY is saying, but I think it might be a nice little rise on the DXY. So all the USD pairs at the end of like Euro USD, gold, GU, and AU are all going to drop, and anything with the USD in front is going to be a nice little, rise here, and then all the USDs in the front are going to drop. So look for UJ to keep dropping. I think this is going to be a bearish wedge. So it's been kind of trapping people down here in the lows. It is divergent, but at the same time, sometimes divergent doesn't always mean shit. Doesn't mean anything. Well, this could easily be a continuation pattern, which I think it will, and it will shoot down to this blueberry. All right, so we're going to be looking for sells on UJ, guys. Let's go to GJ. GJ is going to be this. This is the 4 hour. Now it is divergent, but it's not the divergence I like. There is no shark fin. So looking for continuation sells on UJ. I think it's just going through this water right now, but it will drop again. And the best place it's going to go, recent low. So you guys are looking for sells on GJ. This one was probably the best looking one right now. Look for a small pullback on the 15-minute here and then drop. So if you guys want to trade this for a sell within the next couple hours, you go right ahead. Take profit could be, this low or right down at the recent low, maybe around 145.341. So if you look at the TDI also, it's below the stationary 50, nice momentum push. It's going to come back, retest, and you guys are going to look for a sell. So GJ is definitely going to be a nice little sell tonight. You could easily get 30 pips off of that. So be ready for that. EA, one second. I'm just looking at something. Damn. This is so dope. These trades are fucking dope. EA, nice sells. I believe, I'm not sure we had it for yesterday. I think we had EA for a sell yesterday, to be completely honest.
So I called it for a buy when it wicked.
Yeah, you hit me up, Nathan, yesterday around here. You said, should we sell?
Yeah, I hit you up, and then I hit you up. I waited. I saw the wick, and then I called it for a buy, and it shot up quite a bit.
Yep. So I see this trend line. I don't know if there's AUD news, but it shot up a bit. It's in that massive consolidation. So I'm trying to see. I don't really see any crazy divergent. I mean, it is divergent here, so it could be like a small head and shoulders. Oh, damn, it just dropped. I didn't see that. There's 5 minutes until AUD news, orange folders, building approval. So this is probably making its move right now. Let me see this hour. Yeah, we're going to be looking for sells on EA, guys. This is what I wanted to see last night, but it bounced off of the blueberry 2 nights ago. So we'll possibly be looking for this thing to shoot back down once more. It's near that zone, but it's not completely. So either it's going to shoot down right now with the news, all the way back down to the lows here, or it's going to fire up, hit this high right there, then we'll look for that continued drop. And if it hits this high, the divergence on the hour will look even sexier, and you can actually possibly take a sell right as soon as it hits that high. It'll probably throw like a candle, and you can wick it down and grab the nice entry point on the wick. So that's what I'm liking about it. I think it looks legit like that. But overall, like I said, I'm liking this thing for a sell. GZ, I don't think we've been looking at this pair, but it obviously made a move last night. Ooh, look at that, bouncing right off the 4-hour blueberry. This thing could actually do something. Let's see this daily. This thing might actually continue to rise. It's below stationary. This could drop. 4-hour, below the stationary. Short term might be a nice buy, but long term might drop. So possibly like a shot up this way and then a drop again. Let me see back out a little bit. I think it wicked right off the low. About there. Yeah, that's where it wicked right off of. So short term, you guys are looking for nice buys. But I think that these buys right now are going to be just stop punt, like just false moves. So it's GBP, NZD news is in the morning. So if this works out, you might be able to see this thing like shoot up towards like the Mayo and probably get to around the zone and then tank again. I don't know the news on NZD, so that all depends on what happens. But it's a little weird. Let me go to the weekly. Weekly is still uptrend. Daily shot down on the stationary. Just wait on this. I still don't like the setup of it, but I just be patient on it. GA, oh shit, GA just dropped. What is EA doing? Damn. All the ADUD pairs I feel like are about to tank. This thing has been dropping. This is still due to retest this low. I'm just saying. This is gonna retest that low, guys. It's gonna drop. It's due for a drop. So this thing is gonna be tanking. GA looking for a sell. And G Chief, Jesus. Was there Chief news yesterday? Well, I don't know. But G Chief, I told you guys to wait on it. It was in that zone. If it broke out to the upside and pulled back, you could have sold it. But then there must have been news yesterday because all the Chief pairs dropped. 15-minute, it's divergent. Doesn't mean shit though. So, and it formed a new low. So the most you'd be able to look for is either consolidation, drop again, or consolidation, false move up, bounce off the water as it comes around like so, and then a continued shot down and retest that low. That's the best accurate one because it did form a new low, and I'm not here to tell you guys sell, because obviously there's those precision entries you want to grab. So if you're smart, you'll know that it's already too low. Wait for it to shoot up, and if it shoots up and doesn't take out that water, you can resell it again. Let me look at the higher time frames. Daily, it's looking like it's retesting this low right here, and it's got to come down and retest this low. All right, so this thing has still moved. This thing has room to drop still. So keep looking for sells on G Chief, guys. Keep looking for sells. All right, dope. So does anybody have any questions? I mean, that's pretty much like all our analysis real quick. All Euro, USD, Gold, GU, AU, looking for nice buys or sells. U Chief, is it sells? Yeah. We got to see. It actually could shoot up. Like I said, wait for it. Just wait for it. This thing could consolidate a little bit more. And, oops. Gold is actually bouncing off of that trend line right now, so it could shoot up and consolidate more. GU. I'm looking for it to possibly break this trend line. If not, it'll bounce off it and continue up until the next trend line is hit, which is about there, and it'll go up and continue with the higher, with the ups, with the higher part of the channel. AU, the news just hit, so this thing looks like it could be going up right now. Go up, retest that high. We'll be seeing how this all goes. Could all be stop hunts. Who knows? UJ. It's divergent. Either going to continue down to that blueberry on the hour or break that high, go to the blueberry in the 15-minute. Or, sorry, blueberry in the 4 hour. I think it will hit that blueberry, but I think it might actually pull up a little bit higher, to be completely honest, to retest and then drop. GJ sells, EA sell, there it goes. Yep, look at that, right at the fucking candle, perfect. GZ, patience on that one, could shoot up. GA selling right now. Yep, going down, perfect. Did anybody catch that, by the way? Shit's dropping hard. Perfect. And GT will be looking for continued sales as well. All right, cool guys. All right, let's that's tonight's analysis on these pairs. Just be safe in the markets tonight. We'll see how all these pan out, and I'll see you guys tomorrow at 6 o'clock. So have a good night. Deuces.